we're going to use, I think, 4 total during this part. Okay. So 2 are going to be screwed in here after we put the actual face on, and the other ones are going to be screwed in here onto this part. There we go. Okay, so it looks like we're going to need to use these little guys again. Screw this metal piece in here. Now the document's a little misleading. It says to use screw A, but, sorry, screw C in the first line, but it's quite clear you're not going to use that. You're actually going to use, you're going to look at the next step, which says use the screw C. So my hands aren't this small, so I'm going to actually pull out my pliers to help me out with this, and actually put these in, put that in place. Okay, we have one in there. You want to make sure these are tight. Don't over tighten them, but tighten them well, because like I said earlier, this is a kit that if you have one loose screw after you finish building it, it's going to be very hard to go back in there and tighten it up again. Wouldn't hurt to get some Loctite or some of that screw glue that basically, once you screw something in, it kind of holds it in place, makes it nearly impossible to take out or get loose. So you can see we've gone ahead and screwed that in with 4 screws in the back. That screwed in nicely. It was very easy. It only goes in one way really, so you don't have much to worry about there. Now the one thing you want to make sure of is that when you go to mount it, make sure you leave the servo part outward instead of inward, because that's where you can put the servo. The actual servo clamps onto here, so you need to make sure that wherever this is going is pointing towards the servo. So just make sure that they're all nice and tight. And that's good to go. So now we have 2 pieces there. These are actually going to go for our shoulders. And how are they mounting these? So they're not really too particular. Okay. So these get screwed into the shoulders. I really hope these are the shoulders because they do look like them. Okay. So at this point, we're going to get the chest piece. I'm going to choose the one that doesn't have the numbers on the outside. Put that inward. And there we go. It looks like this is going to take about 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10 screws. Again, they're all the little ones. Let me switch the bit to a smaller one because I was having a little trouble with it last time. Nice thing about this, you're not going to be suffering too much with lining up all the holes because these two circles here line up the chassis pretty well. So that one didn't screw in right. Let's switch to a bigger bit here. So this lower one's a little bit tricky. Just be careful. And almost stripped the screw there. And I had to switch to a larger bit. Okay, so there we go. So we've got these pieces screwed in. And got the back plate screwed on. Now we need to take these other ones remaining and mount these here. Just checking to make sure that was in there correctly. Sure it is. Okay. Gotta say I was a little intimidated at first with all these screws, but getting used to it. They're very consistent with what screws go where. Looks looks like the small screws all go with the red chassis, and these bigger screws always go with these parts here. So I'm not too concerned right now. Alright, so there you have it. We've finished up on that one. As you can see, we've mounted these two, mounted those, mounted the shoulders, we've put the back plate on, and oh, we forgot 2 screws. Look at that. It's a good thing we just did that, because we would have missed those. 3 screws actually. One more to go. There's something blocking it there. So I'm just going to get my magnifying glass. Take a quicker look in there and make sure. Looks like there's something blocking it. What I'm going to go ahead and do is just I'm going to loosen up one of these from the back to give this one here a little bit of playroom. This should make it wiggle enough. And I'm going to get something from my soldering kit. There we go. And we are back in play. It had a little jam right there, but we were able to unjam it and put it back in place. Good thing we caught that now, not later. And I'm having to tighten these up again because remember I unscrewed them. I made them looser earlier. There we go. Good. All right. Put my magnifying glass away and continue. So